with session 26 of the Embers of the Phoenix. Do you guys remember where we left off? What happened last time?
You gave us an impossible quest that we're going to die on.
I think Steven took really good notes, right?
I remember somewhat well.
Yeah. You want me to do it?
So we had a meeting with Gabby, and I don't know if that happened first or not, but I know that we got we went and got our sipping jackets, and then we had to meet with Gabby. Um,
Our most challenging mission yet.
yeah,
And
Gabby.
our final one.
Gabby basically said this is the last mission he is going to organize, and after that they'll be able to determine what kind of role we can do to support things once whatever the results of the mission are. But we need to prep for what is to come, because I guess it's like we're waiting for the Queen's next move to determine what our action will be, and we can't know, so there's no sense in trying to prepare any more machinations. In the process of waiting, he recommended we go find a demon that's been hiding out way the fuck down here somewhere, right? I think it was here.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a bunch of really powerful shit that we could really use. And so we need to go there, deal with the demon, and then and then return to the city with the gear that he has. We've thought about some ways to try to do it, discussed with each other some options, went out and scouted the area. It has that we know of, it has at least 4 protectors that wander the area, that are probably minorly dangerous. They'll pose some threat, but probably not if we were to fight all 4 of them directly, probably not a substantial threat. But we know that it has some very powerful abilities, the most important of which being the ability to teleport away once we start beating its ass. We were trying to get some stuff prepped for it. Our biggest concerns at the moment are being able to pin it in a way that it won't be able to use dimensional anchor, and making sure that Zoo will be able to deal enough damage to overcome DR on it. Clustered shot will help with that, but it would be nice if we could find some quick additional things we might be able to add to it before we have to trek out. Though our funds are a little bit limited, we do have, I think, Whitney, you said we've got like 800 platinum. So that is something for us to work off of to try and make sure we're geared up well enough. But otherwise, I think we're in pretty good gear shape to take this thing out. We just need to make sure we go through with our plan effectively and efficiently.
That sounds pretty accurate to me. One small amendment is that you confirmed there were 6 minions, but other than that,
when we first teleported there, the skeleton bots.
yes,
got it.
We also did, just for background context, Gabby had showed us on the map kind of where they expect things to stand instead of which cities will be in favor of the Queen, in favor of Bessie's movement, or neutral.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. So you guys scouted last time. You're back in town, gathering any final preparations or supplies. And just to clarify, it is the evening, right? Because you guys know that it leaves in the evening and it's there during the day. So you guys can finish your preparations and plan to go there in the day tomorrow, or I don't know what you're planning on doing, but yeah, what are you planning on doing as you set out in the evening in the city of Rachel, where the mood is rather... There are quite a few people out and about in this time of day doing several things. People out and about, these banners thrown on everywhere. Every place a banner could be. One of these sigils of House Argoth are seen everywhere.
I'm wondering if in the morning it might be a good idea. Well, I'll say this in character. You know what we could try to do? We could go out there in the morning, kill off all those things, but then like look like we're camping out there. So we go like late enough in the day before the thing gets there, kill off the things, and like set up a little campsite and make ourselves look extra wounded. Maybe cover ourselves in their blood, look really wounded, and then when it arrives, it'll think it's got the upper hand, and we can try to negotiate with it and say like, "Hey, don't kill us. We don't want to fight. We're just trying to rest here." But if it does, oh no, it leaves during the evening, right? I'm doing this in reverse. The evening is when it's not there. The day is when it's there. So that plan doesn't work. Oh well. Scrap that idea.
I mean, it could work. You just do it the opposite way you said.
Yeah, but it's not likely that the humanoid adventurers would want to rest during the daytime and adventure in the evening.
I mean, if we look wounded, we might.
Ooh, actually, yeah, we could be breaking down camp when he arrives. Like, we could look like we're taking the camp down and then he shows up. And actually, if we get the right equipment, we could like have us all wearing like robes and like cloaks, and have him thinking that we're all like spellcasters that are out here.
Just to intimidate him?
No, to make him think that we're weak. We'd be exceptionally weak if we're just spellcasters. We would have been able to easily defeat his things, but if he's able to, he would think that if he can get a melee, he could take us out. We could all be sort of sitting and researching from our spell books when he arrives.
Open to trying that. I mean, it makes sense to try and space out the combats between the skeleton bots and dealing with him. So coming when he wouldn't be there to deal with them makes sense.
Yeah.
Definitely worth a shot.
I'm not great at disguising either, though.
This thing doesn't have true seeing, right? It just has detect. I don't remember if it has detect invisibility.
See and vis, yeah.
It does have see and vis. Okay.
Not true sight though. No.
Okay. Well, we could use magic to disguise ourselves.
With what?
I could pick up a formula for disguise self, and have us all drink down a formula or one of my elixirs, and you should be able to keep yourselves disguised.
That way we don't have to buy the robes.
Yeah, we just all look like wizards. And we'll be near the
seems
coast.
Easier.
It'll be a magical gathering that we'll be having.
Wizards of the Coast. Huh? Wah, wah, wah.
Too many references.
Let's see, we already got the nail. Is there anything else we need to get besides this elixir for you?
It would probably be useful to get stuff to help boost up the damage that that Zoo is going to deal out. So maybe some arrows that deal additional element damage. I forget what resistances this thing has. I know it will take fire damage. It just takes less fire damage. Making sure that this is on. Okay, that is on Alchemist. Good.
It has fire resist 10. DR 10 good.
Just fire resist?
Cold and acid as well.
Okay.
Immunity to electricity and poison.
So it's got some kind of elemental resistance to basically everything. Which probably means what we actually would want to do is... you know what? I forgot we could actually do. We could just do Bane on these.
What will that do?
Give us an extra 2d6 per arrow against. We just choose outsiders of the demon variety. And then we can pick up a clutch of those arrows for around 8,000 gold. Probably don't even need a full set of them. We could see if they're... Well, it might be hard to find Bane specifically for demon arrows that way. But yeah, and they would take multiple days to be crafted if nobody had them, even if Ronald did it. Well, I'll look around. I think it might be worth it to try to see if we can find anybody who happens to have Demon Bane arrows. It might be common enough in some quantity.
And it only takes the time to ask. Like, that's the only thing we're losing.
Yeah.
So, might as well.
Indeed, yeah, you can.
Because, like, maybe there's somebody in town who fought a demon, bought a bunch of them, and now doesn't need the rest of them and is willing to sell them off. Or did
They were
already sell
so
them off.
effective, they killed all those demons and didn't need the rest.
So, let's see what their choices are here.
And then I'll also want to pick up a either a scroll or borrow someone's spellbook to copy Disguise Self into my book.
Disguise Self.
Yeah.
Just let me know if I'm spending any money.
I've got the money at least for the Disguise Self.
Oh yeah, level 1 spell you can easily find.
Okay.
If you want it quickly, you're gonna just want to buy a scroll of it.
Yeah. That's fine by me.
So yeah, you will find that many shops here will have these Demon Bane arrows. However, they're not exactly in need of it for the war supplies at this moment, but they have been requested to take down the name of anyone wanting to buy large quantities of these. How many did you want to buy?
Ooh, I'm gonna ask, are you allowed to say how many is a large quantity?
Typically batches of arrows are sold in 20s, right?
A normal batch, but when they're magical, they're usually sold as a batch of 50.
Right, because that's how you make them.
Yeah. They make 50, but they sell in 20.
Yeah, so he'll say he is supposed to note down anyone buying a quiver or more, and a quiver will be a 20 pack.
So if I were to buy, say, 19, we'd have no issue here?
Give me a diplomacy check.
Absolutely.
And do it well. Yeah, it's pretty good.
They are indifferent to you. The DC is 15 plus the creature's charisma modifier. Yeah. He'll kind of stroke his chin and say, yeah, I guess it's within the rules. If you buy 19, I don't have to report it.
Yeah, I will... what are you charging for him?
And those would usually cost...
8,000 divided by 50.
Isn't Bane +1?
It's +1, but you need +1 as well. So that would be what makes it 8,000. Because it's 2,000 normally, 8,000. It's bonus squared times 2,000 for weapon effects.
So yeah, he'll tell you he'll sell it to you for 2,500 gold.
All right, that's really fair. Yeah, if you can give him 250 platinum.
Okay, we're at 552 platinum. 553.
That's the same as copying to a spellbook. So to get disguise self, I need a spellcraft check. Right, it's spellcraft for. I never remember this, and I have no idea why.
Yeah, I believe so.
I'm pulling it up now.
I think it's the same as like identifying. So I think it's like 15 plus double spell level, maybe something like that. But you can also take 10 on that, I believe. So you should have no way of failing if you have decent spellcraft for level 1.
Yeah, 15 plus spell level. I default make that. So yeah, we're good.
Easy.
Slick Willy.
Can add that to your spell book.
Yep.
Or your formulae book, whatever.
And then, Michelle, you need to find +1 Bane arrows. If they're in there.
What would they be under?
Should be under items.
Might be under magic items. Let's check.
I just meant if you hit the browse items, that takes you to the combination.
Oh.
Got disguise self. Let's put on to prepare 3 of those. Basically be finished for today. Some of the rest. So I can set my spells.
Yeah, I don't think they have Bane arrows. But we just remember you get an extra 2d6 if you hit on an arrow.
Yep. I think it doesn't get us over the DR because good is, I think, +4 required, right?
Overcoming DR.
No, alignment base is +5. So yeah, it's not going to overcome the DR, but the extra 2d6 should mean that every arrow will give us enough damage to, on average, stack up really good with your attacks.
Is there something I should do to try and make mine better so I can get them with the nail?
That's a fair point too.
Because if we don't get the nail, I think the arrows are a little pointless.
I just don't know that there is anything that'll necessarily, aside from like regular buffs, that will really help with it. look at my spell list. Oh, there absolutely is. I want to also pick up a scroll of True Strike.
Easy enough to find that.
Yep. Add that, and then I will have a potion for you of True Strike that you'll be able to drink.
Should I put a potion of it on my sheet?
I think you should put it in the sipping jacket, actually. But don't put it on there. We'll have it used.
Okay.
So I'm gonna set my True Strike to 0 for right now. And that is in your jacket. And so that way, when you go to strike it with the thing, you can activate the True Strike. All right, and then as a party, Osrin, you've got what do you got with buffs? We go Rage on.
The new colored things that showed up
What new colored things?
on the character sheet, like so on my buffs next to pheromone arrow.
Yeah, that let you know what they do.
Little... Huh. Okay.
What's going on? You're at... No, okay. So that puts you there. You're not quite 50-50 on this thing hitting you. With rage on. What else can I? Well, you'll have fighting defensively as well, which we should make sure is correct. So let's look at your features. Dodge is already in there. Deflect arrows is in there. Fighting defensively, you get a +4 bonus to a dodge bonus to AC, which I need to make sure is in your defensive. Details. Okay, yeah, that's in there. It's an added reminder bonus. Again, well, you won't see it is the problem. So you'll need to remind John about that in combat, that while you're fighting defensively, you have +4 in melee combat.
+4 to attack.
To AC. And then your penalty to attack should only be...
Is it not doing it correctly?
It just puts a note under the thing, because it's only on melee, it's not on all attacks, so it doesn't by default boost AC. It just puts a reminder under the AC. But if you don't click to put out the AC, then it doesn't do anything. Does that make sense, or am I not making... that clear.
For fighting defensively?
Yes. By default, it doesn't just add a +4.
Because it only happens in the circumstance of melee fighting, and I don't know when
Correct.
that is.
So if you look at the AC right now, I've got those buffs turned on. There's no additional +4 bonus against just melee. So she would have a 35 versus anything swinging in melee combat.
I thought fighting defensively you just got the AC because you're fighting defensive.
No, because this is different. This is from Crane style. If you look at Crane
Yeah,
Wing,
it just alters fighting defensively.
Crane Wing is when you fight defensively, you gain a plus with at least one free hand. You gain a +4 dodge bonus to AC against melee attacks. So this is not separately. This
is Crane Wing.
This is Crane Wing.
I thought you were saying fighting defensively.
No,
it does that.
Crane Wing adds an additional +4
Gotcha.
when you're fighting defensively. But if they miss by 4 or less, then you lose the dodge bonus until the beginning of next turn. But then Crane Riposte means that he'll get an attack back if it happens to miss by that. And the attack bonus should only be -1 for fighting defensively. Make sure that's at the right. Nope, that gets rolled down to that. Okay. So those two buffs are good. Athletic barrier does nothing. Yeah, so I think we'll be good with this. I think this plan might work.
Only one way to find out.
Yep, I want to buy the other two party members' spellbooks.
Okay.
And the plan is to be disguised as wizards.
Just everyday average spell books.
Yep.
And I'm assuming you want them to be blank, right? You don't want actual spells in them?
No, but we should put some kind of writing on it so it doesn't look completely obvious that we're not doing anything. So I would ask, like, our wizard friend to just write some words in Draconic. Actually, I might even know Draconic. I do. I'll write some Draconic words in the book, in each of the books.
Okay.
And so I'll buy them both spell books. If you guys can add spell books to your character sheet. Why did this reset my gold? What the fuck is going on, gold? Stop undoing. No, John, can you set my gold to 100?
What's going on with your thing?
Set my gold to 1,000,000.
Inventory, gold. You want it to be set to 100.
Yeah, it should be at 100 now.
Okay.
Yep, okay. I don't know why that wouldn't work for me, but okay. We're good. That's all I care about.
Compact spell book, or does it matter?
We might as well
just
just
I found
have
a regular
spell
one.
books. Yeah, because compact spell books are expensive.
I
I am now
scrolled down far enough.
encumbered.
Well, you don't. We can throw it all in the bag of holding, and when we set up the camp, we should also grab like camp supplies. We should grab like a tent and some sleeping bags and throw them in our bag of holding as well. So that's. I guess Whitney, you can take the money off, so I don't have to worry about trying to adjust my sheet anymore. probably do with like a medium-sized tent. Yeah, so grab a medium tent as well.
Meaning you want me to put it on my sheet?
Yeah, and pay for it. It'll cost 15 gold.
Okay, how much was the, were the spellbooks
I
combined?
paid for the spellbooks out of mine.
Okay. I paid for the tent, and I have it on my sheet.
And then we probably need a lantern or something, or a couple of lanterns. I guess though we all have dark vision, so that's not really a big deal. Don't worry about that. We can read in. We can be reading in the dark with our dark vision. So, I think this works then. Anything else anybody feels like we're missing for like a camping out in the wilderness?
Something to make fire?
Do we really need? We wouldn't have the fire anymore. We could put up like a bunch of sticks, and I can have like burnt them with a bomb, so they look like they were. It was previously lit, and we put it out.
Okay. Do I want bedrolls or anything?
They would theoretically be in the tent, so they won't know that we're that they're there.
Okay. Michelle, anything else you want?
I can't think of anything else.
Fireball necklace?
Didn't she get one? Wasn't that like Ronald's last gift?
Another fireball necklace?
Oh, it didn't get put on the sheet, so I keep forgetting about it.
Oh my god, don't
Like, it's
forget
not
about it.
under
Could be what saves us.
I thought I'd transferred it to your sheet, but I don't. But I know that was supposed to be the going away present.
I don't see it on here.
I can
That
put
might
it
be
on.
why.
Oh. Do you have it?
No, I don't see it.
Do you know which one you made her?
It was the cheap one.
Okay.
It was to satisfy the desire for a necklace of fireballs.
Alright, that's on your sheet.
Thank you. Thank you. No, I'm still over encumbered.
Well, you do have
Building
82
your
arrows.
strength, though.
Might
Yeah,
not
you
need
can
that
leave
many.
behind some of your
Big
regular
carry
arrows.
something.
Well, they're in a
Big is
quiver, so
strong
they're not
boy.
even counting towards the weight.
An
It's not
efficient
the
quiver?
arrows. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
there's literally no weight listed for any of the arrows because of that.
Gotcha. Okay. Does it list your weight? Oh, you can sort this by weight, can't you?
It's literally all the armor and equipment and the weapon.
Oh, jeez. Well, I think being medium doesn't lower your AC or anything, does it?
Lowers your speed.
It will lower your speed, yeah. But I mean, that's not the end of the world, I guess. But I don't know. It's up to you guys. If you want to sort that out.
Also, why is it only?
Yeah, I'd say see if there's
Oh,
something.
it is reducing
behind.
because their AC is 19,
Oh,
and it should be 26. The encumbrance is taking the max dex down.
Yeah.
Oh, just pour your oh no, your potion of cure mod doesn't have a weight on it. Okay, never mind. Oh, put the fog cutting lenses. We can just put the fog cutting lenses in the portable hole. You're not going to need those for this combat, I don't think.
There we go.
oh.
Hopefully we won't, anyway. And if we do, John's an asshole, and we'll just take the attacks at the GM and not the monster anymore. No, it would be within his right. He'd just be metagaming.
He's adding cloud-based spells right as we speak.
Oh, actually, you know what? You don't need. No, you should take the goggles back. Put the swarm suit. Leave the swarm suit.
It's
like,
already
at home.
off.
Is it? Oh yeah, it is
Yeah.
already off. Okay, never mind. Then yeah. Goggles away then.
So I should add the swarm.
Will that make you?
Am I adding the swarm to my encounter or the fog spell? Which one am I doing?
We're trying to trip you up here, John.
Just add both, just in case.
No, don't
Right,
tell me
right.
both. God
True.
damn it.
Thank you, Michelle. That's a good idea.
He wants to
Swarm of
keep
fog.
things interesting.
All right. Well, are we ready for this?
Did we figure out who's teleporting us?
We can travel there. I think that's just easier.
Okay. So, yes, and the answer was nobody's teleporting.
Yep. We travel there towards the evening.
Okay, so
Wait
it's
for
the
thing to
evening
teleport
now.
away. Yeah.
So you sleep and then you.
Yeah, for the next day, because I've got to memorize the new spells, get them together, give everybody their disguised selves, to drink, like towards the end of evening.
All right. So are you guys doing anything during the day to
Because
kill
yeah,
time?
does this one additional question is, does this thing like show up randomly in the daytime, or like immediately as the sun's rising, or is there any sort of pattern to it that they saw?
So they, I'll just remind you, they only watched it for 3 days. You've seen it for the 4th day. Well, you didn't even see it come back this day. But the 3 days they watched it, it came back approximately the same time every night.
Okay.
Which was a few hours before morning. So we'll say like 2, 3, like
But
5
like, you
a.m.
can't even
is
use
fine.
like the sun as an indicator, because it's not like as the sun is starting to crest or whatever.
Yeah, as it started becoming day is when they started seeing it come back. So
Okay.
that's when you can expect it. Now, those are for those 3 days. You didn't see it this 4th day.
Right. It could
Has
do
something changed?
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could do something different. If that happens, then we'll have to contend with that. But basically, the minute we see the sun, we should drink these potions.
Sure. But the night passes. You wake the next day. Is there anything you guys are doing in the day, or are you kind of just time skipping?
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Where do you guys go during that day? Do you guys just hang out in the tavern the whole day? Do you walk amongst the city? Are you doing anything, or you just hanging out?
I would just want to keep a low profile, not trying to get into any commotion when we're planning to be heading out that day.
This would be kind of on the way to the mine, right?
No.
Okay. The mine is in a different direction. Okay.
Yeah, then mine is north.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, I'm down for keeping a low profile however we can, so.
Fair enough. While you guys are hanging out, keeping a low profile, you will, and maybe around 2 p.m.-ish, you will hear a large ruckus going on just outside the tavern that you're at, which I'm assuming is the Bispot.
Yeah, we can slip down silently and find out.
Yeah, you can look outside the window or look outside. You'll
I'd like
see.
to be at ground level if there's something going on at ground level, so I will
Sure.
slip downstairs.
Yeah, you can go to the ground level. There are a bunch of people looking out the windows of this tavern at what's going on. Some people have the door open and looking as well, or you can assume one of these positions and take a look at what's going on. There are shouts, cries, just a bunch of yelling as you see guards grabbing every orc and goblin they see on the streets. So you'll just hear in goblin and common as well, but goblin and orc voices yelling out as guards start grabbing them. You can ascertain quite quickly that they're being rounded up for conscripting.
Yep.
In this tavern, there are quite a few goblins and orcs and humans and stuff. And as this is happening, the non-goblinoid and orcs kind of look on over to you guys. You guys as in orcs and goblins. And there is this awkward tension in the room. Do you guys want to do anything? Do you want to...
Yeah, in this case, I will step in. I'll actually kind of come out from trying to sort of blend in and step forward. Before this ends up getting into something really bad that doesn't need to happen, let me remind you that if they're willing to do this to them, they're just as willing to do it to us. They're just as willing to do it to you. How many times have you seen the banners of war lead to the deaths of many others? Well, these may be the ones that will die first. Do you really think there won't be those to die second? Each of you stands no greater than any one of these people in the pecking order as it pertains to the crown. The crown cares not if you're a butcher or a baker or a servant of the dirt. What it cares about is whether or not it can hand you a weapon and whether or not you can die while its leaders try to bring on a victory that no one asked for. You can believe in the crown if you want, that this war that she wishes to wage is something for the benefit of our society, for the benefit of your kind, our kind, any of our kind. But the truth is, this isn't about any of that. The Queen has nothing to fight for. There has been no war declared from the other side. There is the direct denial of war, and she is even willing to fight her own people who disagree with her. Do you trust that you're not going to be the next to die?
Very nice. The door, while you were talking, was slowly closed. And give me... who else is down here? Are you all down here?
That would be.
Okay. You all can give me perception checks, followed by sense motive checks.
Ooh, two of the things I suck at.
Well, Zoo, you...
Oh, look at those awful rolls.
It's not a very high check, although... those were low rolls from Waz. Zoo, you have a decent check here. Same with Ozrin. And same with your sense motives. So, Zoo and Ozrin, your perception check is enough to notice Gabby in the corner as well. He's in here. He, as you know, is of orcish descent. But there are several other orcs and goblins in here. Maybe like 5 to 10 of them. And there's about like 8 to 9 humans about. And with those perception checks, Waz, you won't notice anything, but with the mix of your perception and sense motive, Zoo and Ozrin, you both notice that... I need a diplomacy check from Waz for that speech.
Yeah.
Because that might change things. Very nice.
God, it's just like Bissy. Low rolls every time I hit that diplomacy button unless it's pointless.
It was good. So you reduce it, of course, but there is Ozrin and Zoo. You notice there's one of these humans. He looks like he has a scowl on his face, and he looks like he's getting up and heading towards the door. You can kind of we're kind of like, we can roll initiative if you want to do something specific, but you kind of have like this 6-second window that it's taking him to get to the door, but you kind of notice him like shuffling through people to get to the door. Do you wish to do anything?
That's you, Whitney.
I wouldn't.
Zoo?
I'm focused on our mission ahead.
Yeah. Zoo, what about you? I didn't see anything, so...
Mm-hmm. with your sense motive, I'll give you both more. I'll let you re-answer when you get the distinct. If it wasn't implied, this guy is probably gonna rat you guys out that there's goblins and orcs in here. You gotta get that vibe, like he's gonna call people in here.
I would let Waz know.
All right, you quickly whisper to Waz. This guy's gonna say something probably.
Need to get these people out of here fast.
What about you, Zoo? You knock an arrow, take this guy out.
Oh,
That would solve the problem.
my idea more would be to like shoot an arrow at the door and try and scare him away from it.
Ooh, you can definitely do that. It'll be a cold shot. You can kind of aim for directly the handle where he's reaching and kind of shoot an arrow in there and kind of like freak him out.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for that.
All right, give me an attack roll.
Right, how far away am I from the door? Do I get?
I'll see you're probably within 30 feet. It's not a huge room. You can definitely get point blank. Very good. So that's enough that the arrow slings flies through the crowd, avoiding some heads right by some people's ears, and it hits right into the doorknob, kind of wedging the door closed in between the hinges and the door. It's all made of wood, so it just kind of flings right through, and he kind of like startles back, goes to like try to like shake the door open, and an orc nearby kind of grabs him and throws him back, and he kind of yells out, you need to get conscripted, all of you. Let me out of here, you criminals.
You're not next.
It doesn't matter. You have to do your duty. You're being conscripted, all of you. And one of the orcs kind of pipe out, "Shut up, human! We should kill him," he says to the other orcs.
No. That's not the way that society works. There's
some murmurs in the crowd. So it's it's quite silent other than the few people murmuring and some of the people hesitantly. Lines are kind of being drawn as some of the goblins are kind of murmuring as well. And they start speaking goblin. We should probably kill him. He's going to rat us. I don't want to go to war.
Answer me one question, sir. That's all I'm asking you. One question.
He's talking to the human?
Yep.
What do you want?
Do you believe this war is in your best interest, in the best interest of all the people of the country of Argarthia?
Does it matter what I think?
It does matter what you think. The queen is not the queen if the people do not agree with her opinions.
Kind of looks around at all the unfriendly faces around him, and he kind of scoffs. He says, I don't want war like anyone else, but if I'm conscripted, I'll do my duty. It looks like a lot of you are being conscripted. He kind of waves his hand at the goblinoids and orcs, and he motions to the humans. Help me! These ruffians are holding me against our will. We can't leave.
Anyone not willing to report us is welcome to leave. But they have...
I'm not going to report you, he says.
You're not?
No. Now let me leave.
What's with the fast break for the door?
Ozern, you're not too sure, but I mean, it's kind of obvious from your past reading of him.
What's with such a speedy attempt to escape the room when you're not in any sort of danger? Are you?
He just kind of shrugs.
Right. Now, would you like things to be clear? Clearer, maybe. I'll start like coming up close to him.
Hey, stay back!
I'm the person you want coming close to you, because if they start coming close to you, there's not going to be an ounce of skin left on your body.
Oh, God.
You're threatening the lives of people with your opinions that don't matter.
He will, at that, he will make a break for the door. So you can, it is jammed with the arrow, but he'll make a strength check when he gets there. But you can roll initiative against him if you wish to do anything as he's like running to the door.
I want to take the high road and not attack.
Okay.
But in Goblin, I am going to say, welp, I tried my best. I can't control what happens.
Oh, sorry. Not Zoo.
But that was in Goblin.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people will beat him in initiative, and as he's trying to squeeze his way through these orcs and goblins, one of these orcs will clothesline him. He'll get knocked out in one way or another. The rest of the humans in here look very weary at what's going on, but one of the orcs grab him, and you clearly have seemed to commanded some control of the room, Waz, so he kind of has him by the scruff, knocked out, says, "What we do with this one?"
Make sure he's unconscious. You said an orc?
Yeah, it's in one of these.
So I'm
orcs.
speaking orcish. Make sure he's unconscious and put him somewhere where he can't make trouble. He doesn't need to die, but he needs to be away for right now while we try to figure this out.
He nods. He speaks back to you in orcish. What we do with the other humans? How can they be trusted? They might turn us in if we let them go.
I'll deal with that. You deal with this. Let's work together on this. Maybe the humans can be helpful. I don't think they want to go to war just as much as you don't.
He nods. Him and his 2 or 3 orcs, they kind of carry him upstairs to a room. Some of the other humans are like kind of getting their things and kind of just seeing what's going on.
I want to be clear to all of you. We're not trying to hold you hostage, but we have a lot of fears here. Is there anyone else here who agrees that this war is something we should all have to participate in?
They kind of look at each other and they shake their heads. No. All of you can give a sense motive to try to gauge, but it will be difficult. They're all nervous and scared. Ooh, Zoo. You can tell there is some subtlety to this, but you can tell that you can definitely tell that they're all scared. They're all nervous. So it's hard to tell without more questions and interaction, but it does seem like you're not 100% sure that they won't just rat you guys out when they leave, but it could be the nerves. You'll need to do some more interacting with them, but Waz and Ozrin, you're not too sure, but Zoo, you're like getting this sense that you need to get more conversation with them to kind of drill out more. But as of right now, you're not too sure. It could go either way if you let them go.
You make that clear to me? Listen, you don't have to be dishonest with me. You're not going to get locked up just because you disagree. What we want is a fair situation. Listen, some of you probably have children. How would you feel if your children were the first to be conscripted because of their age? You had to watch your child go off to die in a meaningless war. A war designed to do nothing more than tear our country apart. Is that the future you want? Many of the people being conscripted right now are people's children, are people's friends, are people's livelihoods. How many goblins and orcs work around this town to do the jobs you don't want to do? Why? Because goblins are okay getting dirty, orcs are okay having to be a little brutal sometimes, even when even they may not want to be. We do the things you won't for you. When we're gone, it's your turn to get back to it, and when we're dead, it's your turn to die next. There aren't enough of us to make the entire front line, but they gotta get a count first before they start taking your heads.
Give me another diplomacy check. As one of them, there's like 3 males, 2 women amongst them. One of the males starts like crying and sobbing as you say this, and Yeah, that's a good check. You guys can give me another sense motive, as the one weeping will kind of say, I don't want my children to go to war. Zoo, you're pretty amongst them after that little speech. You're pretty confident they don't seem that they're gonna rat you out.
We have a plan to try to keep this from happening. But it requires as much time as we can to keep things from happening swiftly. It requires people to know that there are many who do not want this war to steal our lives.
And it's at that moment you hear a large rap on the door, a large open up! Guard of the city!
All of you need to hide now.
Yeah, the goblins and orcs immediately rush upstairs. Some of the smaller goblins duck behind the bar. A lot of them are out of sight. The humans kind of just they say, "Should we hide too? Wouldn't it be weird if there's no one in here?"
No, you should stay. You should stay visible. I'm gonna lean into Gabby and an orcish ask, "Is there another way out of here that they don't know about?"
He nods. The tavern owner is a gnome, and he's kind of just been watching all this, and he kind of hops up on a stool and says, "Oh, should I answer the door?"
In just a moment.
Yeah, the raps will continue every few seconds as the door is not opening.
All right, we'll head toward the other exit, and then he can answer the door as we're getting out.
Yeah, Gabby will show you the way there, but he won't come with you. He'll let you know he'll stay hidden here and make sure his friends and stuff don't get grabbed up by the...
Where are they hiding at a bar?
Yeah, so there's a few goblins that are hiding behind the bar. There's a lot of the bigger orcs. There are 2 or 3 already upstairs. The rest of them run upstairs to in rooms.
There's going to be a lot of guards that get their asses kicked before those orcs leave.
Yeah, so the main tavern area is filled just with those humans. And yeah, there were just humans, orcs, and goblins in here. So a bunch of goblins are hiding in small spaces, broom closet and stuff like that, and the orcs are hiding in actual inn rooms upstairs. So yeah, he lets you know that he's just going to make sure everything's okay and no one gets nabbed up or whatever. But he'll stay behind, and he knows you. Obviously, you guys can't risk getting caught because you're on a very important mission. But he looks forward to seeing you when you get back.
Yeah.
And yeah, he'll lead you out the... basically, it's in the same stone area that you guys have your meetings. Instead of going into that room, he leads you down a different hallway. And then there's like a stairway going up to like one of those like big cellar doors. So he just lets you know to be careful when... It leads to a back alley, but just to make sure to be careful when you like open it up and look carefully before you just jump on out. See if there's anyone in the back alley.
Yeah, I think the plan then will be to like try to slip out as quietly as we can. I don't know how we're going to get out of town, except to hope that Galimfi is willing to dimension door us out.
But yeah, you... how are you leaving the cellar door?
My biggest concern is Big, since Big doesn't have snow.
That is true. You don't have the ability to store him, do we? We never did something about that.
No. What would happen if they're... Well, no one would know that he belongs to someone if he's just running on his own. Like, would that cause a stir if he were to, like, go on his own and meet us somewhere?
Probably.
Yeah.
Almost guaranteed. I think we're just gonna have to accept it. If Big gets caught, Big gets caught. I don't think there's anything that we really can do here. I don't have invisibility to give him because I didn't really see this coming quite this quickly.
Do we only have one use of disguise self for each person?
Yes. I can remake one.
So I was thinking if one of us disguises ourselves as like a human or something and walks alongside Big.
Yeah, but we already know they're employing wizards around the city, so we don't know that they're not gonna have some way to look through that.
True.
I'd feel better if we just had straight up invisibility.
And the ring won't fit on Big, right?
No.
Yeah.
We didn't really meet with the person from the pet shop, so I don't know his opinion. Yeah, I don't know of any other way, unless somebody else has got an idea.
I think the only other option would be leaving him here somewhere safe.
I don't think here's gonna be safe because they're gonna find him and they'll take him here. Unless somebody would be able to take him from us, but we don't have time to orchestrate that. Oh, you know what? Actually, I will take my disguise self potion or extract, and I will. I think actually I've got it. Well, shit. I feel like I'm probably vastly overthinking this. I'm just so worried.
How far away?
I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna try to let Big drink my disguised self, and I'm gonna tell him like, remember when you were a puppy? Remember when you were a little puppy? You were such a good dog, a good wolf. You were such a good wolf.
Whoa, past tense. He's not a good wolf now? Damn.
He's just talking about when he was a puppy. She was a puppy.
You can seem 1 foot shorter or taller, thin, fat, and in between. You cannot change your creature type. Otherwise, the extent of your appearance is up to you. You can add so that you can look about.
Yeah, it just needs to look less like a giant, massive fucking wolf, and more like a large dog. And I feel like if the dog perceived itself as a puppy, as being like more childlike, it would have less of a like furrowed exterior and probably perceive itself as being something more calm and playful. And
All right, Zoo, you letting Big take this strange concoction from this alchemist?
that's a heavy drinker.
And you had a question. You were asking how far what is?
I was gonna ask how far, like, the magic shop owner is.
How far is the magic shop from the Bispot? That's a good question. Let's look at the city map. I never scaled this map. But you would know the magic shop is about 15-minute walk from here. If you're sprinting, maybe 10 minutes, 8 minutes.
You guys get there. I'll try to look like I'm walking my dog. Or I guess actually you should probably, Zoo. If worst things happen though, if worst thing comes to worst, you're gonna have to give up big and you're gonna have to make a break for it. Got it? I know you don't want to. I would not want to ask that of anyone. But we if things go wrong, it has to be you over it.
How far is Galamphy closer or further away than the magic?
They're pretty close to each other, if I remember correctly. But Galamphy is where we'd want to go, because I don't know that the wizard necessarily won't already have guards there trying to collect something. Galamphy is somebody we know we can trust.
Yeah, Galamphy will be a little bit further, so that'll be like a 10-minute sprint or a 20-minute jog.
Well, I'd rather those of us stealthing take it calmly.
The thought would be if we needed to drop Big off with someone else that we trust.
Well, if we can get to... Hold on.
Ronald, see if we can stay here with him.
That would require us to be able to get down to the secret area underneath the building. I mean, if it's possible, we could do that as well, but I would like to have Big for the fight. I don't even know if he could dimension door us all out of here anyway. Wait, the dwarves. The dwarves have a secret way in and out of the city.
That is true.
Correct.
They do.
Where do we know where trade was facilitated with them?
Yes. As I look through my notes. Yes, you sold them mithril, I believe. Or no, they gave you mithril in exchange for your ore in your mine, yeah.
Yeah. And then we got them gems most recently. Gems beyond their wildest dreams.
That is true. Just trying to remember if you ever went to their store.
I don't think we did. I don't remember a time that we did. I know it was mentioned to us by them.
Yeah, and I'm surprised you remember that. They mentioned that they had a way into the city secretly. Yeah, you can figure out where it is. They told you about it. You know the city. It is near Ronald's shop.
Okay. So yeah, then we'll slip that way, I think, instead. I think that's the better plan.
All right. What's the plan? You're still below these cellar doors that lead out to the
Yeah, I think
somewhere.
it's still Zoo and Big are gonna use the disguise selves, and then Osrin and I will just try to sneak there.
So I'm disguising myself as a human, looking like I'm walking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Disguise self. You cannot change your creature type, I thought.
Subtype. You can appear as another subtype. Oh no, yeah, that's right. You'd still be goblinoid. So that won't work. Shit. Never mind.
Believe someone has a ring of invis as well.
Oh
right?
yeah, they do. But that still doesn't deal with the dog. The dog is the big problem.
No,
Maybe
we're
the
not conscripting
ring can go
dogs.
on the dog.
That doesn't mean they're not going to get a wild dog running through the streets.
True.
I don't know if I would necessarily have Big be running, but like, even just a wolf walking around on its own.
Well, I mean, Big is like crazy fast though, so they would have to.
What is Big speed?
50 feet.
50 feet. That's faster than any normal human. A lot of these guards are wearing armor too, so they're probably at 20 feet. Probably can't even catch them if he were to sprint through. And you can just hear, there's like, it's kind of chaotic. Like, there's a lot of goblins and orcs being pulled against their will. You might be pretty confident they're not going to stop chasing a random dog.
Yeah, I wonder if we could just assign Big to just run out of the city. Just tell Big to, like, run out the exit we usually come in. And stop when he sees the first tree.
Will there be guards at the exit, though?
There's going to be guards everywhere.
They're not going to try and stop him when they see him coming.
They might, or they might be busy with the goblins and other things that are trying to flee the city. I imagine there's probably small armies of orcs and goblins trying to get out at every exit they can. We can't know, but I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
He's fast enough. He might be able to get through the exit in time. If not, well, we'll deal with breaking him out too.
If he bites a guard shin, he bites a guard shin.
Oh, all right.
Big doesn't speak common, right? But you can like pretty much tell him what to do. Okay. So what do you instruct Big to do? Just get out of the city and find the first tree to hang out at? Do you give him like a direction to head out of the city? North, south, east, west?
Well, I would say like it would be like the usual gate, right? And then meet at the tree where the I guess there'd be like, because I'm assuming there's like this looks like a tree here, which it could assume as the first tree. I
mean, what's Big's int? I mean, you can tell him like get to the forest
high,
or
two.
Two. Okay, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, you just traveled to the location that you want to go, so you could tell him like meet us at that bottom of that cliff or whatever. So you can go that direction, or do you want him to go?
Assuming he can find that, we don't want him to get waylaid by some wandering monster.
Maybe he could go a little ways into the forest and stop. That way he's
but I don't know how we
town.
explain a sense of time to him. He's an animal.
You could just tell him once you find this sort of thing, wait for me.
Yeah, we can just say like run along the road. Once you find lots of trees, stop. And hopefully we'll find him there.
All right, you let him loose.
I'll give him a nice head scratch before he goes.
Are you letting him out of this cellar door here, or are you telling him to go out the front door?
And we'll leave him undisguised. There's no sense in disguising him then.
Should we go out first? That way he doesn't attract attention.
Yes, we should. We should definitely go out first.
All right, who's opening the cellar door?
Not me. My perception sucks. Somebody with a good perception should.
I've got a plus 15.
Yeah, it's two more than me. Go for it.
So I don't usually do this, but I would like you to, in as much detail as you would like me to know, so I don't assume anything, what are you doing? So before you are these stairs up to these big cellar doors, kind of, I don't know if you've seen like the movies where like on the ground there's like these big cellar doors that you throw open and then they go downstairs. You're on like the downstairs part, so you're opening them up. I want to know like if you're creaking it up, are you opening one door, throwing it open, waiting a minute, sticking your head, like I want to know what you want to do.
Well, I think we're stealthy enough to know that we'd want to listen at the door first and see if we can hear anything directly on the other side of it.
Sure. So, who's putting their ear? All of you? One of you just putting your ear up to the door?
Just Zoo.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. You put your ear up to the door, and yeah, you can hear commotion. Not right at the door, but probably within 40, 50 feet, echoing through some sort of area. So the area in front of this must be barren, but you hear in Goblin. You don't speak Orcish, right?
I do, but yeah. I'm sorry, you're talking.
Yeah, so you hear some Orcish. You don't understand what's being said, but you hear goblins like shouting for help in Goblin, and some cursing, some fighting. You just hear this sounds of fighting. You hear common. You hear a lot of profanity to your fellow goblin kind. You just hear like, "Damn goblin, get over here!" And then you hear people like running around and stuff like this. But it sounds like it's a bit away from the door, so maybe 20, 30, 40 feet away from the door. In front of the door, there must be no one there, and it's like rather, you hear like an echo of this sound getting to the door.
You think we're safe to go out?
Sounds like they're far away.
All right, let's do it. Let's get out. Open it slowly, carefully.
Yeah, I will, as quietly as possible, push one of the doors open.
All right, so when you say push it open, are you opening it up just to stick your goblin eyes through to look first, or are you just kind of opening it up, or what are you doing? I guess your options are open it a little bit and look through, or open it like a full arm's length and then stick your whole head out to look, or you can just push it up and then give it a big push to throw it open. What would you like to do?
I would like to just peek my eyes out first.
All right, you do a little creak open, and you stick your little goblin eyes shifting through the dark alley. You have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you you would just need dim vision to see properly here, but it's a dark alleyway. There are a lot of crates and boxes obscuring your view completely of the outer streets, but you much clearly more hear the commotion. You can now see the shadows of people moving amongst right outside the alleyway, like running back and forth. Then you hear some noise on the roof. There's a goblin that you just see like jump across the roof, and he just like jumps across the roof, and you can't see what happens after. But you can kind of see a kind of like a 30 to 40 degree angle down this alleyway, and there's no one here, but there's a bunch of crates and stuff. And as I said, beyond the crates, you can see people moving and stuff.
I will look back and nod to the others, and then
Let's slip out and make our way to the dwarves.
Yeah, you can hold it open. The rest of you can get out here, and Big's supposed to follow through after you guys leave through this way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys are in the alleyway now. You can hide behind these barrels and crates, and you look out into the streets, and 20, 30 feet in front of you just see guards like chaotic running after goblins across the streets and stuff like that.
Ugh.
Should I use the invis ring?
In an emergency, let's try to do this as magicless as possible. So let's just slip away. And we'll head towards the dwarves.
All right, so I assume you want to try to keep to the back alleys as much as possible.
Yes.
So I'll only ask for stealth checks when you need to hit the streets. So yeah, eventually you can slink through the back alleyways until you get to a part where you do need to cross into open street territory. So I will want some stealth checks from all of you.
No! Right off
Holy.
the fucking bat. I'm ready to blow some shit up, John.
Those are pretty good stealth checks. Let's see, we got 118. Yeah, you guys slink to the shadows, and It's chaotic in here, so perhaps they're getting a negative their perception. You're getting a bonus to your stealth, who knows? But you're slinking through the shadows. You're passing people, running, catching these goblins. You don't see many orcs around here in this particular area you're in. It seems like there's a lot of these goblins that are like just frolicking around, running every kind of goblin for themselves. At one point you look up, you see there's like a band of goblins on the roofs, like just like sprinting and like parkouring on roofs and jumping. And there's like a few guards trying to catch them, but they're like falling between the gaps between buildings. Yeah, so some of them are falling between the gaps in buildings, and you just hear like armors and stuff like clunking down and bones breaking. But that's none of your concern. You're trying to get to these dwarves. You go through another batch of back alleys and the final street clearing you need to cross. This time you do see a few orcs. There are 4 or 5 orcs that are in melee combat with some guards. The orcs are dying. But you see like 3 or 4 dead guards on the floor. But some of these orcs are bloodied. No dead orcs yet though, but I'm assuming you ignore them and you want to roll your stealth checks to get to the next back alley. Very nice. You slink into the back alleys and you're able to get to the back of this shop that you realize is the Dwarven shop. There is a back door.
Rap on the door.
Yeah, there's a moment of silence, but then behind the door, do you speak Dwarven?
I think so. No, damn it, I do not.
You hear some rough Dwarven speak back through the door.
Sorry, no speak of the stone tongue.
Who are ye?
Friends of Ronald.
The door cracks open as if there's like another padlock on it. You see this bearded face kind of with an eye poking through. And he looks, sees Zoo and Ozrin, closes it. You hear some locks unlatching and the door opens. He says, "Come in, come in."
Thank you.
You guys can come on in.
We need to borrow the tunnels.
Yeah, why don't we take a quick break here, and you'll speak with your Dwarven friends when we return. We are back. Here in the Dwarven shop. Before you is one of your... Well, I guess Waz never met these people. But Ozrin and Zoo, you've definitely met. At least you recognize the one before you is Kotul. He looks at all of you and looks at Waz and says, I don't recognize you.
Yes, so Gulran went to decide.
Where the hell's Gulran?
Sorry, Ronald.
Sounds like a stupid name.
Had an old friend from somewhere else. This guy thought he was a god. Anyway, Ronald, I'm sort of Ronald's replacement. He's still in good health. He just wanted to work a little bit more on making things for our operations, and a little less on putting himself directly in harm's way.
Well, can't say I don't envy being a goblin right now.
Yeah, it looks like it's a bad time.
You mentioned something about tunnels.
We gotta get out of the city. We've got bigger fish to fry. We're not just looking to dodge the war. We got a fight of our own we've got to deal with. A demon on the outskirts. Need to take it down before it becomes a problem as well.
Give me a diplomacy check.
It's more of a bluff, so I'll give you that. 'Cause I am openly lying. Because the truth is, we're going to loot it for all it's worth.
He kind of nods.
Remember, I get plus 10 because I'm lying.
Mm-hmm. Normally, we trade to use the secret of our tunnels, but I understand this is an emergency. So we'll just say you owe me if you ever are back in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will move an anvil out of the center of the room, which must be either he's really strong or this is a fake anvil, as he kind of moves it aside with ease. And underneath it is a trapdoor, which he unlocks with a key from his belt. And there is a ladder that goes into the darkness. You have dark vision, so you can see it leads down maybe 15 feet into a small area that you can see with these railroad tracks.
Alright. Where will this put us out?
Yeah, he just motions for you guys to go down.
Where will this put us out?
This will put you out about a quarter mile north of the city.
Alright, sounds good.
You all go down?
Yep.
Yeah, he will.
It's a trap. There's lava that fills the area, and we're down.
He closes the door quickly behind you. You can hear him replacing whatever was on top of it. And you all have dark vision, so you can see there are these tracks, and about 5-10 feet down there is this cart that's on these tracks that looks like it's a pretty big cart. It could fit all three of you if you squish in it.
Not going to take the cart. We'll just hoof it.
Just gonna walk?
Yep. Well, we can run.
Sure. Just gonna run along the tracks.
Yeah. I don't assume the cart is motorized, so I don't know that it would be all that much faster.
Yeah, you can run through. Within 30 feet, you'll see that the tunnel begins to be illuminated by these magical lanterns along the sides of the tunnel. But yeah, unless you want me to note anything out of the ordinary, but you can just make your way through this place unless you're looking for anything in particular.
Nope. Kia's just get out, and then we get above board and make our way to where Zoo would be on the other road, or to where Big would be on the other road. Hopefully.
Yeah, it'll take you about an hour to trek through this tunnel, but eventually you get to where it starts sloping up into. It starts becoming, instead of worked stone, it starts becoming earth again, and then eventually it goes up to this, starts getting into like this grassy kind of texture, and then eventually when you're level with the ground, it's just, you kind of like poke your head out, and you're kind of almost flush with this foresty floor. There's trees around you, and there's grass and stuff around you. And I need you to make, or who's the first one out?
It'll be Zoo.
Zoo, give me a will save.
Zoo is the scout. Will save.
Yeah.
Incredible.
He said what he said. Oh.
Yeah, you just climb on out and look around. You just see the forest and the grass around you. Who's next?
I guess we'd have you go in the middle, and I'd be.
Sure.
Yeah, so will save as you climb on out. Yeah, same thing. You see, yeah, same thing as well. You guys see this grassy land and forest around you. What would you like to do?
Oh, I don't know what we're about to dive to, but we're heading to where we're supposed to try to meet Big, so the Eastern Road. Because normally when we would come in from the north, we would we'd go off track to make sure they didn't know where we were going each time. So we'd come in through the East Road.
So you want to just skid across that little area.
I forgot how slim the distance between the building and the thing were, because this was what we were doing for a while. Was we would go unless this wall is just not at all to scale.
No, yeah, that's right. So yeah, you've been just doing that, so you can do the same thing
Okay.
if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you, so I want to be a little more precise. So you're skidding across, and then the gate is at the gate where the wall is. And how far along the road do you want to come in at a parallel to?
No, we're like leaving. So where the road would come out, the plan is we like wrap around and then we head out. We head out the road. So like if the road is here, right? If the road comes out to here, we'd meet to here wherever like the tree cover starts to get thicker, because that's where we told Big to meet us.
Okay, so you want to meet at the road where the forest basically starts.
Correct.
Gotcha. All right, who wants to roll the D100 for Big?
Should be its owner.
No, so it should do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
Could be good, could be bad.
Problem is there's gear wrapped up in Big. Fucking stole our loot. I guess actually not that much. We did not gear up Big well enough.
How many hit dice is Big at?
Is his hit dice based on level?
No, well, sort of. I forget where it is on the... One sec, I'll just do it this way. You're level 8, its animal companion level is on par, so it would have 7 hit dice right now.
Alright, I need Big to give me a will save.
Go, Big, go!
Oof. Okay.
Sounds like Big is not there.
We'll see. Let me just look at Big sheet.
Big actually has resistance to whatever is happening.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just specifically whatever you say is happening, though.
Oh, okay, yeah. Big is there, but wounded and bleeding. You should look at his sheet, and that is his current HP.
Oh, jeez. Well...
He's not mechanically bleeding, but just visually he looks injured.
I won't have a lot of healing for the fight, but we need to keep Big in good shape, so let's start here. Big, drink up. Wait, why did that not work?
I also have 3 potions of Cure Light Wounds.
Yeah, I did it. Oh, there it is. There's 24 back for Big.
I can bring his character and I can apply it for you if you want. Do you want me to do that, or you can do it?
Should just be able to type in the HP plus 24.
Or yeah, I think you can even you can even click them and do the apply it from the chat as well. But yeah, there you go.
And then I guess I can give him one more.
It applies to the token, but not the sheet?
It worked on the sheet for me.
And then I should be able to do this.
Updated on the sheet when I...
All right, all healed. It's updated. I show him at 72 of 79.
It's weird when you double click the token, it opens up the sheet that is healed. But if you click the token from the sheet from the, I think maybe I grabbed the token from a different spot or something.
Oh, the token to me shows as being at full, and so does the character.
Yeah, I just updated the.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Whatever. But yeah.
All right. Well, that puts us a little down on spells, but I'd rather him be here.
So it is the day time still. It's about 2-3 o'clock. You were planning to go there in the evening.
Well, we were planning to. Well, yeah, because we need him not to be there. So.
Yeah. So do you kill time in the forest here, or do you want to get closer and spend time, or what do you want to do?
We might as well get somewhat closer and spend some time. If we happen to see him, it is what it is. But we won't get like super close. But we might as well get within short travels range.
How close?
Maybe quarter of a mile range.
All right.
Sorry, I should talk in non-freedom units, right?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Quarter mile away.
I don't remember what the distance is because I'm working and I don't use metric.
Quarter mile away, and you can tell the air in the area has changed. Something is odd since last time you were here. You guys give me some perception checks because you are a quarter mile away.
Somebody told him we're coming.
Very good. Those are all to get this, like, it's almost like a, let me read this. Yeah, it has like the faint taste of some sort of, I don't know how to describe it. It's like the air just makes it feel like you take if you were to take like a big puff of air, it'd cause you to like to cough, like almost like a modern day pollution almost. But it's not that bad this far out. It's just enough to tell you something's odd in the air. Other than that, with those perceptions being a quarter mile away, yeah, that's all you can tell.
Alright, well, we'll just plan to hang out here and hopefully this won't kill us.
Yeah, it's not causing you any damage or making any saves or anything. It's just unpleasant to be around. You definitely couldn't like rest here and recover spells or anything, but you're not doing that, so no problem. You can hang out. Anything specific you're doing when you hang out? Just making a small...
Does this feel like the kind of thing, though, where it's probably going to get worse the closer to its origin we get?
Yes.
So it was building for something. I think we're going to get surprised when we get there.
I mean, is it a surprise if we think it's going to happen?
I mean, we don't know what it's going to be, right? So maybe we'll try to sneak up to it. or at least sneak in a little bit further and see how much this affects us negatively. We can leave Big down here for right now. Maybe try to sneak in another, like, into about 1/8 of a mile. So a few 100 feet away.
Yeah, you get closer and you see. You run into. Well, someone run me D100. See if you run into anything interesting.
I got it.
43. You run into. Let's see.
We being sneaky, by the way. Don't forget.
Oh, give me some stealth checks.
Yep.
If you're being sneaky.
Oh my god.
Are you sure you don't need the ring of invisibility?
I might. Fuck.
You come across a strange creature. Although you are stealthy, but it is clearly dead. It is a hideous creature that blends feature of both bat and ape, with fleshy wings and hind legs ending in sharp claws. It's kind of sprawled across the floor against one of these trees, and it's covered in a strange.
Did you tell me if from my knowledges I recognize what it is?
Yeah, I'll give you a knowledge check in a second. But it's covered in these strange, ugly green vines. They're kind of bloated and blighted a bit, and they're just like kind of like all like withered over it. But you can make a knowledge check to identify the dead creature. It'll be a knowledge.
Whatever the vines are, I've got nature as well. So.
Let me just double check my knowledges. I always forget. Pretty sure it's knowledge arcana, but let's just make sure. It's
Arcana,
knowledge,
nature, planes, and religion.
knowledge arcana for the creature, and knowledge the planes for the vines. Knowledge arcana, very nice. This is in Ahul.
A what?
Ahul!
Ahool. Ahul. They, as I said, they are a mix between a bat and an ape. They are quite formidable. I don't know what you want to know about it.
I'm looking. at
Blood
the chart first.
biography.
Blood biography.
This thing is fucking hideous looking. I wanted to look up a picture of it because I was like, I can't envision this as well as my brain wants. So the thing I would want to know is, are they native to this kind of region?
No.
And then
Whoa.
yeah, and then what do they feed on? Does it say?
They make their home in jungle regions, typically near the sites of ancient ruins. What do they normally eat? They prefer hunting at night. They favor the flesh of intelligent creatures, but will eat just about anything if food is scarce.
Okay. And then, do they have any resistances?
These creatures do not.
Okay.
Wingspan of 28 feet? What?
Well, this one says 20 feet, but...
Okay, well, cryptids.fandom.com. Okay, the first link I clicked on.
And you passed your check for the strange blighted things around it. These are must be from some demonic creature's spore attack or something. They usually dissipate in 1d4 days if you don't interact with them. You know that they can be destroyed by casting Bless on the affected creature or sprinkling them with holy water.
Have either of those?
If you yeah, you would know if these were directly put upon you. You would take 1d8 points of damage plus 1d4 points per round if you do not remove them from you.
Oh, this is going to be pretty bad. Guess we keep going.
Wait, sorry, did we learn anything? Fine.
Yeah, the vines are some sort of like object that is consuming the life and turning it into some of this shit. That is correct, right? It's kind of what's causing this. Some of this, like, maybe I misunderstood that when you were saying it.
It's related.
Okay.
Whether or not it's causing it or not is another thing.
Yeah, let's keep going in a little bit more. Might as well see if we can see anything else.
You venture in closer. Give me another set of stealth checks for the next little distance you want to get closer. Very nice. Again, you see a few other woodland creatures that have been consumed by these vines.
Sorry.
But the air is similar to where you first encountered it, so it's not getting worse. But it's like this similar kind of gross kind of breathing in this spore kind of confilled air. But yeah, you run into a few other, as I said, random creatures like squirrels or birds that have just been caught by these vines and are like laying dead around the area.
Okay.
You are now within probably 100 feet of the beginning of the climb of that cliff.
All right, well, let's go back. Let's pick up Dig, and then let's come down to this point, I think.
Okay.
All right, you want to gather the party at this point?
Yep.
Yeah, you can do so. You want to set up a camp or hide out for a few hours until it becomes
Just
evening?
hide out for a few hours.
Sure. The sun sets. It becomes evening. There is some moonlight beginning to come out. Is now the time to go, or do you want to wait till the crack of evening or the dead of night? Or
I mean, it looks like we're probably gonna have to fight our way through some stuff, so we might as well start moving now, as stealthily as we can.
yeah, you get to the base of the cliff, and you guys give me perception checks before you begin your climb. Not a vertical climb, but a slight incline to start climbing up the path. Osrin, with that perception, you do notice. You just get the clips of something flying, maybe 150 feet in the air, and it just like is flying above, but is quickly covered by cloud cover as you get a quick look at it. You can give me a knowledge of the planes to identify what you saw.
Do you have any range
I do not.
Yes, you're not sure
Can I
what
do
you
it
saw.
untrained?
No,
Okay.
but you do. I can just describe visually what you saw. You kind of saw.
I saw something in the air.
Yeah, you saw. It looked like a cross between a man and a vulture, and it was like a cloud of this like thicker stuff in the air was like trailing it as it gets covered in cloud.
I'll describe it to Waz and see if she has any idea. Looked really gross, a man and
trying
a
to
vulture. Ooh.
Think of what I know about the creature we're supposed to fight, which it does not look like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-mm. He looks like a human.
The creature you're supposed to fight looks like.
He's a black. Let's see. 8-foot tall humanoid with basalt-colored skin. Dark hair that's long and braided. It's muscly. It has claws, but its head is human-like. Its eyes are sapphire blue. And it has large, leathery, bat-like wings protruding from its shoulders.
Yeah, the creature you saw was feathered, for sure.
All right. Well, I
Wings
don't. I know
being
I don't
different
get
than
a full
feathers, you
check.
mean?
I don't get a full check, but can I do a knowledge of the planes to see if that was a
Yeah.
demon of some sort?
Yeah, that's good enough to piece it together. The creature you're after does have the ability to summon a certain type of creature that resembles the description Osrin described to you. They
Okay,
are
so this would be a
likely
dretch.
no,
most likely.
likely a Varrock.
Oh, we are definitely looking at different things because on the one that I had seen, it said they can summon dretches. They normally have rocks around them. So I guess that's what you mean. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, yeah. So I thought it could summon them too, but no, it's usually seen conversing with them.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought it could summon them too. Okay, yeah, but no.
Well, looks like it'll probably have reinforcements. I'll see what happens. The only thing I want to know if I can get any information is can the Vrox also teleport?
Yes, that seems to be a nice theme with these things. But that knowledge check, because you already had the base information about that, you can identify a Varrock. You know it has the same immunities as its boss creature here. DR10 good, immunity, electricity, poison, same resist.
Mm-hmm.
It can at will greater teleport.
Fuck.
Once a day, it can heroism, mirror image, and summon
Well,
lower
there's only
power
one of them
rocks.
we're after, so let's keep the focus on what we need.
The big thing you want to remember about is, you guys were planning on worrying about some sort of silence or something, right? Because the demon has a verbal thing you didn't worry about, but the Vrock also has a sonic-based ability you may be worried about. Because they
Wait, didn't we fight these before?
I don't remember if you fought them or someone has fought them before.
I think Ronald had fought them, right? These are the things that have the confusion.
Yeah,
screech.
3 of them down. No. Those are other things.
Okay, so those are not the same ones. Okay.
The other party has fought these before.
Yes.
But once per day, they can emit a shrill screech that all creatures except demons within 30-foot radius must succeed a 21 fort save or be stunned for 1 round.
That was those were from when we were gonna fight the one dude.
You also
the
know
bigger demon.
Yeah, you also know, oh, that's right. And then you guys didn't decide on fighting them.
Yeah, because we were able to diplomacy our way through it.
You also know that if there are at least... Oh, no, does it only need 1 of these? A Varrock can dance and chant as a full round action. At the end of 3 rounds, a crackling wave of energy explodes from it, dealing 5d6 points of electricity damage to all creatures within 100 feet. DC 17 reflex save halves the damage.
Yep.
For each additional Varrock that joins the dance, the damage increases by 5d6, and the DC increases by 1 to a maximum of 20d6 when there are 4 more Varrocks dancing.
Oh, this is going to be tough.
These things, are intelligent. You can speak to them. They typically speak Abyssal, Celestial, Common, and they do have telepathy.
Yep. All right, let's continue our way up. Or let's, I guess, when it becomes evening, we'll start our way up. Sorry.
Okay, so you're hanging out here. It is evening right now, so you're hanging out.
No, then we'll make our way up. If it is evening, then we'll make our way up. We were going to wait here until evening.
All right, you start ascending the mountain, or the cliff, rather.
Stealthily.
All right, give me your stealth checks.
That's pretty stealthy.
Zoo, an unusual low roll for you. And Waz, you got a low roll too. Both
Something
of you.
new is here.
Osrin, you do not hear anything, but Waz and Zoo, in your heads, you hear voices speaking to you. It says, "Who are you? Why do you climb this cliff?"
I'll get back to it. You have things we seek. Perhaps there is trade we can make.
Do you say anything, Zoo? You're in your head. And do you stop Osrin walking, or I don't know what order you're in, but I assume Waz and Zoo kind of like stop as they hear this in their head. Osrin, you can
I wouldn't
notice them
stop.
stop.
I would keep going.
Oh, you just keep going?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
I wouldn't say anything.
Okay. You just keep moving. You don't stop.
Yep. At this point, if it knows where we're at, then it's going to get us. So
yeah, as you keep pressing forward, it'll say, "Halt!
all right,
Do
now
not
I'll
advance
say-
any
I'll,
further."
like, extend my hand, or I'll say softly, "Stop." It knows where we are.
What?
It's speaking in our head.
Oh.
At this point, you can make a round of perception checks to try and see. It's got to be in line of sight somewhere. Waz, you don't see it, but Ozrin and Zoo, you do see in the clouds there are 3 Vroks circling above within 60 feet of your position that are kind of circling and looking down in your direction. But they are speaking to Waz and Zoo. They actually haven't noticed Ozrin, unfortunately. But yeah, they speak to both of you and say, "What have you come here for? There is no trade to be done. Leave this place."
Great power. We come to beseech a deal to you. Can we make a trade of souls?
Trade of souls?
Perhaps you have not heard. The mortal world prepares for war. We would like to make sure we can secure who the victor is.
Give me a bluff check.
Yep. $44. Because I'm lying.
There is some, maybe 12 seconds of silence. And then a voice will come back and say, "How many souls you come to trade?"
Perhaps many. We have our own, of course, but also there are many that believe in what we do. They could pass on and be yours.
Okay, you may proceed. We will tell our allies not to kill you as you breach the top of the cliff.
All right. Oh, we're walking right into the trap, everybody. I'll say they've given us clearance to go. In Goblin.
You can rearrange yourselves as you see fit.
Still loading for me.
Yeah, I'm just getting the new tokens out here. There are these 3 creatures that remain in the air. They kind of lower to about a 30 foot. I guess I can indicate that as such if I type in 30 feet here. They are 30
it's
feet.
pretty there.
Oops. 30 feet. 30 feet. Alright, yeah, you guys can control your tokens once you've loaded in and tell me where you want to go. There are these amber
Head straight up the
skeletons.
mountain. I want to head straight up to this point on the mountain.
Which one?
I'm not moving.
Oh, is the game paused? Oh,
No, the game's not paused. This is... now I'm moving. Holy shit. I did not do that, John. That is not where I was moving.
No, I was trying to move you, so I think it just
okay.
like double moved everyone.
Yeah. That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, so as you get closer, these skeletons, I don't know if I described them before, but they have these big jewels in their eye sockets that kind of mimic eyes. They kind of glance toward you, but they don't move aggressively, as I guess they've been ordered not to strike you. So they kind of like move aside as you guys come on up this path. These creatures, like as I mentioned, are 30 feet in the air. They maintain telepathic communication. I guess, Osrin, you're not approaching stealthy anymore, so they will notice you and now speak to you as well. I assumed you're not stealthy. Do you want to keep going stealth? No?
No,
Okay.
I mean, we talked to them, so.
Yeah, so you kind of walking up with them, and you'll hear a voice in your head say, "Oh, I did not see you. You wish to give soul as well?"
I'm with them, yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, you guys can walk up. They say you may approach as close as you want.
Now, I don't know how this works, so you're going to have to be a little clear with me. I'm a little new to this whole thing. But somebody else had told me that you can exchange souls for power.
Yeah, so they'll start. They're 30 feet in the air, as a reminder, but they'll start like just circling you as they speak to you. So I'll just move them like kind of above you. So they're kind of like circling you.
But the
like,
key is they're now much lower to the ground, right?
They're 30 feet in the air above this position where they are on the map.
Well, that was better than the 60 feet they were a few minutes ago. So
yeah, so they're kind of like circling you like vulture-esque, just like in this circular pattern. And they're not doing. You would be able to identify if they're doing the dance. They're not doing that. Just so you know, I'm not trying to. Do that. I just don't want to cover your tokens. I'll just move it. I'll just say they're doing like a little wider circle. So they're circling you, and they're all speaking to you at once telepathically, and they say, "You must give your souls." Well. You said you wanted to offer souls to help you in your victory in your war. Tell us about this.
The human queen wishes to... By the way, this is telepathic.
Yeah.
The human queen wishes to start a war with one of our allies, and we wish to ensure that the queen has no chance. If you can offer us great strength, then we can easily usurp the queen and provide victory for our ally.
We can facilitate such things. How many souls do you have to offer?
Our own, plus many more that follow us.
Is Big followed you, or is he staying back like he is on the map? Just so I know.
No, Big should have followed as well.
Oh,
Okay, he's following as well. Yeah, no, it's okay. I just wanted to make sure. They will say, 4 souls, 1 dog. Not very enticing for the god of war to guarantee your victory.
Oh, that's sad to hear.
You have more to offer?
I do. I have, and can I show you something?
Yes.
I'm gonna take out 2 bottles, and I would like to drink from one. Sorry, I'm a little thirsty.
Give me a blow check.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm assuming it's a potion or something, or a formula.
35.
They will sense motive. I need 3 of these. Oh my god. What's your total? 35? Okay. Yeah, 35. They keep their circular pattern as they watch you drink this.
Yep. I'm drinking my targeted bomb admixture.
Okay.
And then with the other one, I'm going to go, this is a potion of great power. I was hoping to use one for I was hoping to use this for myself, but if it will facilitate our trade, I feel like you might be able to give more power to us.
What potion is it?
I was told that it's a potion which will provide you power beyond that which you presently have. The details I'm not quite sure about, but from what I could tell alchemically, it seemed to be a potion that gave you Tenzer's transformation. I guess actually that's not the name of it in this, but there is a spell that gives you like a huge bonus to strength, to natural armor, and something else. It's basically like a spell wizards use when dueling. But I don't remember what it's called in Pathfinder, because I think they gave it a different name. I think it might just be called transformation. It's a 6th-level spell normally.
Right, so you're gonna
It would be the cap of my alchemist abilities if I were able to do it. But it's +4 to strength, dexterity, con, +4 natural armor bonus, +5 competence bonus on saves, and proficiency with all simple and martial weapons. And your base attack bonus becomes character level. Because it's not actually that. It's a bomb.
Oh, it's the thing you put in the
They
chat?
drink it, it explodes when they uncork it.
Alright, give me another bluff check for this particular lie you're doing here.
Yeah, this is a much more far-fetched lie, so a 40 is going to be a hard sell, but... Or even with a 40, it's going to be a hard sell.
Alright, you may present your offer. Our boss gets back in many hours. He will hear you.
Alright, I will set it down on the ground. Are you guys going to circle me for the whole time? You have no way to message him in advance?
Do we have a way to message him in advance? One of us could teleport to him, I guess. Are you in a rush to speak with him?
I suppose not. I mean, if it's not just messaging, that's a lot of extra work to do.
How many times can they teleport a day?
I think they're actually at will.
I believe so as well. I just want to double check. They are at will. Yeah, greater teleport. That's no issue. One of us will teleport and bring your request to him, and perhaps he can come back early to speak with you.
I want to try to sleight of hand one of my bombs and prepare to attack the minute one of these things, one or more of these things teleport away.
Okay. The rest of the party can make me perception checks, or you can attempt a linguistics check to mime to them the party to get ready for combat, or else you guys are going to be surprised as well.
I'll try to...
And you guys need to sense motive to understand his linguistics mime. Pretty good, Zoo.
I think Osrin's still going to be surprised.
Yeah, Osrin, you're not quite getting it. But Zoo, you're kind of getting the idea that Waz is getting ready for something. So yeah, you can, when one of these teleports, you can not be surprised. So your ready action, did you want to do it when they start teleporting or when one is teleported away?
They can't really stop while they're in the middle of it. So
True.
like, while they're in the middle of it, I'm gonna toss it at the one that is actively teleporting. Because wait, no, I think teleport it's not full round, is it?
No.
No, it's standard. I can still be prepared to throw a weapon at him when he teleports. So yeah, I think that'll still be the plan.
Alrighty.
Here, carousel, down here. For +6, I really do have awful initiative rolls.
Where's mine?
You're 26.
Did it come through? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I just took a look.
All right, let's see how many of them figured out what my plan was.
My music is delaying.
Oh, it's playing for me. This is the Strunk enemy combat music. Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, the other one wasn't playing for me. This will do, though.
Oh, okay. The other one played for me.
All right.
Took my song away, John.
This one here. My ping will work.
We got a Savarus, by the way. I don't know if it was seen or not.
It was not seen.
I need all the godly help I could get.
Did he roll the dice?
No.
That actually comes into play right now. Because you're down spells, right?
Yep. I've used 2 3rd level.
Oh, Savarus' fate.
2 3rd levels, 1 2nd level, and a lot of 1st levels.
When did he roll that? Is he still in the chat?
I cannot see when he rolled it. It doesn't show me the time.
Okay, whatever. Someone roll me a 2d4.
Whitney, you didn't roll anything, so your turn. 2d4.
2d4.
Nice. For some reason or another, Waz, you can recover a spell slot of your choosing.
1st level?
Any spell level you want.
Oh, wow. Then I will take back one of these 3rd levels.
You feel blessed by the gods in the moment. Perhaps you need it. But this, what starts the combat is, I don't know why my ping's not working, but this creature here, I'll just use the ruler, I guess. This creature here is what begins to teleport away. So you see them just kind of flapping their wings. They kind of break the circle, and that is when you do your action.
Yep. Hold on, I'm making sure it's on here. Hopefully it'll go through at some point. This is really delayed. And I double the splash damage is basically added to the damage that I'm dealing from targeted bomb and mixture.
Does it need to make a reflex save? No, right?
It makes for this one it makes a fort save instead. Damn, this ability has only worked once so far. It's so sad. But yeah, 25 to hit touch. -2 or -1 because of I'm one range increment out.
It's been a while since I've had a triggered attack go off on a spell cast. Does that make any con check for the damage? Does it need to make a con check?
Yeah, it needs to make a cast level or a concentration check to
get that off.
To keep the spell. And it's DC. What is it? 15.
I think it'll be in there once I roll it.
Okay. Yeah, damage 10 plus spell level plus damage taken. So it'd be I dealt 21 damage to it.
It's got
10.
resistances. Hold on.
I know. So I'm saying -10.
Mm-hmm.
So 11 points of damage. Or, I'm sorry, not 21, 29. So 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage. And the check is 10 plus spell level plus... Oh, so there's no way with 19 damage taken. So you'll interrupt its teleport. It will caw at you. And
Oopsies. Sorry, I slipped.
Betrayal! It yells out.
Did you expect anything less, you low-budget buzzard?
The Amber Skeletons will come to attention on their rounds, but not this round because they are surprised. Big, I don't think you can have a chance at deciphering the message because Zoo didn't. Or did Zoo actually understand?
Zoo was the one that did. I thought it was Osrin that didn't.
Gotcha. Okay, so Big, you can get a surprise round. So they're 30 feet in the air. I don't even think you can do anything. Well, you can take a skeleton.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
If you want.
Yep.
You
Big
can
will
get the
go
pair
after.
of skeletons that are over there. Or the singular. Either way. I don't care. Sorry.
I think Big will just go for what's closest.
Okay.
Sure.
Alright.
DiGiorno.
Alright. Om nom nom.
That unfortunately.
God damn it, Big. It's surprised. It is flat-footed.
Yes. I'm just double checking because I thought they were constructs. Can they be caught flat-footed?
I don't see why they couldn't be caught flat-footed.
Let me just double check. Construct. Let's just make sure. Constructs. Constructs are mindless. Traits. Immunity to all mind affecting. Immunity to disease. Cannot. Immunity to that. No, they're not immune to being caught flat-footed. Fortunately, their flat-foot armor is equal to their AC, so that is a miss. Because it's all natural armor. So that'll just kind of chaw at the amber and not do any damage. Osrin, this is a surprise round, so you can, for you, because you were surprised at this, so you can do a move or a standard.
We'll just shoot something. Maybe the one I just shot.
Shoot something?
Yeah. Oh, Osrin. I thought Osrin was the one who.
Let me double check. I thought Zoo.
Yeah, so Zoo should still be getting an action here, right? A surprise.
Yeah, Zoo will get a full turn.
It hasn't gotten around to me yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I started the initiative at Waz.
Gotcha.
Is the one that's behind me close enough for me to hit?
It's 30 feet in the air.
Oh. So now, I will just turn on my rage.
Which is a free action, I believe.
Yep.
So you still got your move and standard.
Yeah,
And just remember, you only can
I
fight
don't know what to
defensively
do
when you actually fight. So you can't, unless you swing at
I don't
something.
know what to do when they're in the air. I guess I could go for one of the skeletons.
Yeah, you could use a move to get close, but you wouldn't be able to use fighting defensively yet.
No. I will get a step closer to the skeletons.
Okay. These.
That'll be all.
You can move further than that if you want.
Well, I didn't really want to be right there. I want to step before they attacked me.
Okay. Well, I think they're going to attack me first, but we'll see.
This birds, they start flapping their wings and they start clearly what you can identify as the dance of ruin that we talked about earlier. I can
Tell me
remind
that's
you.
a full round action.
That is a full round action.
Nice.
And they need to do it for several rounds, as you learned. But yeah, next Varrock does the same thing. They're circling you, cawing and doing their dance of ruin. Zoo, you are not surprised. You can do all the things you want to do.
Alright. Is the one that was trying to teleport is still here, right?
Yes.
Should I go
Yeah,
for that
now it's
one?
dancing in the air.
Well, it hasn't danced yet, but that's probably what it's going to be doing.
Should I start on that one?
Yeah. Might as well try to take down the ones that are damaged first.
Alright. Rapid. Many.
That is our usual strategy. Take down the...
These will be the...
Just use regular arrows here. Don't waste the
Okay.
bane arrows, I think, unless these turn out to be, like, incredibly problematic.
Right. Okay. Let's...
Oh, no crit. Damn.
That song won't
Remember,
wanna-
all of
doesn't
this
wanna play
stacks
me.
for DR purposes, by the way.
All of the damage stacks for DR. Okay, first one hits. It's 8. Are all these the Bane arrows?
8 and 14. No, these are not the Bane arrows. These are just the regular. These are
Regular arrows. Okay. The second one won't crit, unfortunately, but we're adding up all this damage.
Yep.
So we got a total of 16, and the last one's a miss. Very nice. It caws at you angrily. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
The one that you hit and that was trying to teleport will do something different.
Good, because they all have to be on the same page for their stupid little dance.
Oh, this is a free action.
What? Bullshit. I call bullshit.
But they need to be adjacent to it. So instead, it will screech. But it will need to drop down.
It will need to drop down to do that. Otherwise, we're not in its range.
That's right. It will drop down to the ground.
It can go to fucking hell.
And it will screech.
It's a reflex save, right?
No. All creatures except demons in a 30-foot radius must succeed a fortitude save or be stunned.
Oh, that's all of us. Oh.
Yeah, that
Rough.
is all of you.
Oh, fuck. Well, we're dead.
Time
Stun
to
means we
negotiate.
basically don't get an action next round.
Big's okay,
Is
though.
it a condition we have to click stunned?
Yes, if you can, because it will affect your ACs as things may be
Fair
trying to
enough.
attack you.
I mean, it essentially is going to kill Osrin.
Hopefully.
This is some bullshit.
Luckily,
Plus 13, you roll a fucking 2.
All right, Waz, you are stunned. Your turn is over. You are now unstunned. And Big, you are not stunned.
How big can eat on that fucking thing, or it can... Well, I guess you can't command Big to eat the bird, so it's gonna eat the skeleton.
Where do you mark that you're stunned?
I can do it for you.
Buffs, stunned.
You just click the word? Okay.
Yeah, you just click the word.
You got it.
Cool, cool.
Should hopefully do the thing for your AC.
It's bullshit, John.
It doesn't look like it
Bullshit
did.
ability.
Oh, stun just gives you -2? I thought it denied your dex.
So did I. It might not show the denying of Dex, then. Unless you mouse
It's
over.
not important. Just let me keep my +6.
Yeah, but Big can take its turn while I'm looking this up. It should lose its dex bonus to AC. It's not doing that, though.
You just click on stun on the book next to stunned. It should tell you nothing. What?
24 is a hit. Do these things have DR?
It better not, John. Too much of this shit has DR. They probably do, though.
They do.
You said that like they have 20 DR, John.
No. The damage does go through on this thing as you munch in on its amber skeleton.
Bullshit. Everything's got DR, John. What are we at high levels or some
Up
shit?
to
Not even
us.
at high levels.
Osrin, your stun comes and goes. Oh, that's pretty good. No one even got to attack you.
I know. Thank God.
This Farrak is
Thank
dancing.
the gods.
This Farrak is dancing.
Take off your stun, please, Whitney. I'm freaking out here.
Zoo, your stun has come and gone. Finally, my skeletons are aware of what's happening. Kill.
Wait, shouldn't 2 of the rocks have done something during that
They are
time?
dancing.
Oh, they're both dancing. They're waiting for the third one to start dancing.
No, they can dance just 2. It takes multiple rounds
I
for
thought it took 3 of them to do it.
No, the more that do it, the more damage it does, and the DC goes up.
Ah, okay.
This one will, what's their speed? 30 feet.
Dancing!
Destroy.
Exterminate. These fucking Daleks. Oh, what? 28. John, you're cheating over here.
That hurts. I'll apply the damage for you.
We are boned. It's gonna be a fucking wipe.
You guys can run if you want.
No, we can't. We'll be stunned.
They only can do that once per day.
Fort saves because we're broken. Yeah, but there's 3 of them, John, and it's
the other ones are dancing. And this one's turn comes, and it will rise in the sky and begin to dance, but it won't get the full dancing. But it begins joining its friends and dancing. Or no, you know what? It's staying down here.
What?
You lied to it. You threw a bomb at it.
It's
walking
gonna
up.
come straight for me. It's coming right for me.
As a free action, you realize the source of the blight is from these things. As it releases this toxin around you, the vines start wrapping around you. And what happens to you?
Gotta save, is it?
A cloud of spores from its body does this.
Better not save, Liz.
Adjacent creatures take 1d8 points of damage and plus 1d8 per round for X amount of rounds as the spores grow into thick green vines. They wither away. Yeah, there's no save. So you're going to take 1d8 points of damage.
Bullshit, John. It's fucking bullshit. I call GM hacks. At least that comes out of my temporary HP.
A total of 6 damage. Amazing at level 9. Or level 8.
God,
and yeah,
stop trying to downplay it. I want to bitch about it more.
These vines start I guess they haven't formed yet, but the spores are kind of wrapping around you, and you cough and wheeze, and it laughs in your head. That'll teach you to lie to me. Amber Skeleton kind of moves on over here to Osrin. Exterminate. Not targeting Vu. But a 32, I believe, does hit Osrin for once in my life.
This is some bullshit, John!
As a spear.
Stop doing hacks!
Waz.
Play fair, John! Waz is going to try to acrobatics away and avoid an AO.
Ooh.
I think maybe successfully.
Yeah, I don't think they have that great of a... Yeah, that works.
Nice.
You can
so I will
cartwheel away.
pull back.
It snaps its beak at you.
I'll pull back towards Big, and I will then bomb it. Oops, not the button I meant to push.
You can tell its attention is its attention is focused at you as you throw a natural one as a...
God fucking damn it, universe.
You said you wanted to
3
get
months today.
over with this game, right?
No.
Is Waz religious at all?
Yes, Waz is a follower of Dalek.
Can you give me a knowledge religion?
Fuck!
That's okay. It clues in your head.
No, he's gonna die.
No. They mentioned Tencel, and you made like almost a pseudo deal for Tencel to sacrifice some souls. You do fire damage. That's kind of the trademark of Tencel. Now you just missed, even though you aim at touch. How did you miss? You are convinced the God of War is against you in this fight.
The God of War. He can go to hell. He can burn in hell, in fact. That'll be the best irony when his ass gets sent to Forno and burns to a crisp, and war can finally be fucking over. The most worthless thing that humankind has created.
Jesus. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
I am proud that I've made the God of War angry, and I will have nothing else because I don't have any free actions I can do here. Oh, wait, actually, oh no, I haven't taken any real damage yet. I don't think, right? It
just 9 damage, or 6, yeah. Sorry.
So yeah, I got nothing to do right now.
This creature will strike back at the dog or the wolf that's hitting it for a miss. It misses.
Finally. Didn't know these things could miss. John turned off hacks.mod.
This thing will go for the nearest creature. I'm just going to move it.
He's got to make it seem like he's not completely hacking.
I'm just not going to move it in, but it's beneath the thing, the bird right there. I don't know why my ping isn't working. Weird. Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know either, because mine works.
Yeah, all of yours are working.
Look how cool that is, John.
Stop. I'm just also going to move big because I can't select. There we go.
Okay.
Ooh! Natural 1 kind of just goes above your head.
Oh, John, it deals fire damage, and it missed with its fire damage.
True. Too bad it's mindless, so it can't think about those things. This creature will... they are mindless, so they will not flank, but they will attack where there's room. This one will be attacking Zoo with its spear. With a miss.
No!
Big.
Told it to attack that skeleton. Might as well keep it going.
Alright. Om nom nom.
That will hit and deal the
What about the trip?
Is the trip in effect as well now?
Yep. Trip is always on any bite.
Okay. That will trip it.
Nice. A little bit of benefit here. A very tiny bit. Well, John cheats.
Condition. It is prone.
When we finish with this, John, I need to know what the name of this mod is that lets you lead hacks your rolls.
Oh my god.
This creature will...
Attack the bird?
No.
What?
Move on in here and
No, John, that's
attack
bullshit.
the nearest creature, which is Oz, or no, Zoo. Zoo is getting a lot of attacks.
Yeah, Zoo needs to move on the other side of Puppers.
That one will hit for
Fuck.
nice damage.
Oh, frick. Okay.
There's no
Look at
shame
my
in
HP.
running. There's no
There's
shame in
nowhere to
running.
run to.
You gotta. This isn't
Also,
blocking the
if we
path. It's
can't
in the
deal with
air.
this fight, we're fucked.
Osrin.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try and attack the one in front of me. Now that I am in combat, I'm going to fight defensive.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't use my strike thing yet, right?
Which strike thing?
I should save that for the demon, the true strike potion.
Yeah, you're saving that for the demon. If things get really bad here, I guess you'll have to, but...
I'll attack.
Ooh. That definitely.
I don't think it can crit, though, because they're stupid fucking
That's
constructs.
right. They're immune to crit, but it wasn't going to crit anyway. But it was close. And what type of weapon? You're not overcoming the GR, right? Okay.
So, do I not get 3 attacks now that we're on it?
You do not.
Okay.
You need to be at level 12 before you get another attack.
Anything else, Osrin?
I will take a 5-foot step back.
Okay. These rocks be dancing. Zoo.
So in order to get behind Big, do I need to make an acrobatics out of it?
Acrobatics will try to avoid the AOs.
Yeah.
You can always 5-foot step back, but they'll just step in, and then you'll be in big, so you can't exactly do anything there.
Do the acrobatics behind Big.
Very nice. That is much more than you needed, I believe. Unless they somehow... Nope, yeah, their CMD is 23.
And then take your pick on what you want to shoot. Maybe you can help Big knock down the one. I'll try to keep on the same one I'm on. It's going to focus mostly on me anyway.
Should I go after one of the dancing ones?
I mean, it's gonna fry me. If I die, I don't care. Let me die. I'm willing to take the heat. If things get really bad, let me fall.
You guys
This
can
is my
run.
decision. There's not a real way to run, John.
This thing's in the air. There's literally nothing in the way of this path going down.
I mean, Zoo knows to run. Zoo will run.
Yeah.
On top of the wolf with 50 feet of movement.
That sounds like a smart move.
Not right now, but...
Yeah, so you just get ready to jump on Big. Skeleton.
Or you can just take your shots.
Or you can stand and fight, yes.
I want to aim for one of the dancing ones. What should I aim for?
You do what you want to do. At this point, like, I think anything we do, anything that's being done is just going to shrink the numbers, assuming you don't die. But I think if you shoot the dancing one, it's going to fly down, it's going to start fucking pecking your eyes out, too.
Okay.
So
I'm the one who made the bad deal. You guys have plausible deniability.
So just a reminder, you guys identified the creatures, so you know they're stuck in this dance for 3 full rounds. I don't know if you guys were counting the rounds when they started, but...
I didn't think that they were stuck in it.
They could feasibly stop, like, give up on it, but they're close to finishing it, so they wouldn't stop. So...
But I thought it was, like, to a target, or is it an AoE?
It's an AoE.
Oh, okay. Then you guys should get the fuck out of here.
I don't like that.
Just go. Like, it's a fucking loss. Let's just call it.
So you're just gonna stay here and die?
No, I mean, I'll try to run, but you guys need to start leaving first, and then I need to leave staggered enough that, hopefully if they decide to chase me, they don't have fucking following you.
So Zoo, are you using your standard to ready to get on the back of Big, or are you taking shots?
I think if...
Just run. I mean, you're almost... Yeah, you're at almost no HP, so...
And I think they're close to being done with their dance, too.
They
so
are
the farther away I can get, the better. So... I will hop on Big and take on.
Alright. You hop on Big, and Big's turn, he can run. This creature will advance on the nearest creature, which is Osrin. Death. Destroy. Miss. This one's joining in on the dance. Or no, he didn't, did he? Last turn.
No.
What did he do last turn?
Or no, he did last turn. He did decide to join. Wait.
No, he did the spore on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's on dancing. This guy here lied to it, threw bombs at it. He's coming on up. It will claw or bite. It'll just bite at you with a miss. Kind of snaps near your head, and it says to you in your head, "You will die here, liar." Amber skeleton. Trying to kill the pupper. Die, pupper. Hit, pupper. Spear kind of jabs Big. Waz.
Waz is going to delay until after Big goes.
Delaying. I will move your
Seeing
initiative.
Zoo get ready. Oh, can I do that? Oh, no,
I think you might be able to. Whatever, I can do it.
Cool.
Alrighty, and this one just went. So now this one is prone. It will stand, provoking an AO from Big if he wishes to bite at it. Reset position.
If it doesn't interrupt running away, then...
It won't interrupt your running away, so you can bite at it, which will miss. But, oh no, it's -4 because it was down, so that will hit. and 21. I think I said 23. Yeah, 23, so that won't trip it. But that does deal some damage. And it will attack back at the pupper. Ow. Do not hit me. Oh, will not crit, but will stab back.
You also don't get to trip something while it's getting up, because that's the trip action starts as they're starting to get up, not after they've gotten up.
This thing will come after the talker. Do not lie to master.
Yep.
Miss. Again. Against all odds. Amber skeleton. Kind of get in here. Although, we're not really using a grid, so he can't really fit in there. So you know what? He's going all the way around. Die. That will hit. Big. Making a run for it.
Yep. Does Big need an acrobatics to try and get past the skeleton?
No, you can squeeze by Osrin right there. I'm assuming Osrin isn't going to impede you, so you can just run down 50 feet. 100 feet if you want to just use your full movement.
Yeah, we want to get as far away from as possible, because I don't know how big their range is.
Alright, I don't know if there's 100 feet worth of movement on the map. There is. So you can move 100 feet down the path. You can just approximate your, we'll just say you're 100, yeah, you're around there. Waz, you see your friends taking leave.
I will acrobatics to try to fly into the air.
Alright.
I think that's going to take AOs.
That will.
Yep.
This thing will bite at you.
Hit.
You want me to apply the damage?
Yep.
Okay, and these ones will attack you as well. Oh.
Yep. I'm
You
dead.
dead yet?
I am
Dead or
Yep.
unconscious?
I'm unconscious. Don't save me. Get the fuck out of here. I played wrong.
This skeleton will come on up. Which will miss at you terribly. Osrin.
How heavy he was?
Don't grab me. Go.
You have to
can't
answer me.
survive.
Okay, don't I deserve an answer? How heavy you are?
Altogether, I'm like 60 pounds. You don't have strength. And you're gonna take you're gonna take 7 AOs?
Does
I'm
have
sorry,
a lot of
you're
AC.
gonna take 5 AOs. 6 AOs. Sure. And these things have hit 70% of the hits they've swung. So I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, you're not
I
Osrin.
love potions and not bombs.
Would Osrin risk his life to save an ally?
Dead, I get what I get.
I mean, he would want to save Waz, but at the same time, it's pretty clear that, like, there is no way to get out of this situation besides
There's
leaving.
always a way.
Well, if you run, they're not
There's
coming.
not.
They likely won't follow you. You're not the one who incited this. You were defending yourselves.
Whoa, what is that?
I was trying to figure out how to do a measurement.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not the one. If you
No,
hold down
no, it won't go
control,
away.
it gives you the measuring tool. While you're clicking and dragging, it'll give you the measuring tool.
Ah, go away. I can't unclick it now.
I can get rid of it if you need. So you have a plus
I'm
17
like
to your
there.
acrobatics. If you want acrobatics, you are pretty confident you could evade attacks of opportunity, but it's up to you.
Okay.
It comes down to what you're... I mean, you've ran away, but I don't want you to feel pressured by Steve. If your character feels like it would try to
he's
save...
totally trying to pressure me.
Yeah, what does Ozrin want to do?
There's no way for Ozrin to go forward. There's two of these things in the way. Ozrin
I know,
has to,
I'm overpowered.
Ozrin has to like flip over the head of one of them, dive over top of the rock, grab my body to a corkscrew jump through the air.
There's a small...
to the other side of me. Yeah,
you can get up here.
With a climb check, DC 45 bajillion.
Well, you rolled the acrobatics. What was the acrobatics for? Because you did beat their CMD, so I don't know what you want to do.
Get the fuck out of there. Rolling through.
Avoid AOs as I left.
But, you're leaving him?
Yeah.
Her?
I am her.
Yeah. Oz gets what she deserves.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, fuck that.
What?
I hate when you do that. You're the worst.
But if you guys are running, we can end combat here. And they will all level up. I'm just joking. Where do you guys run to? Back to the city? It's not really
Run back to
possible.
the city. What are they going to do? Get conscripted?
Yeah. Do you want to get conscripted, or where do you go?
Can we get back in the Dwarven tunnel?
Get back where? Sorry.
Can we find where we exited the Dwarven tunnel?
Yeah, you could easily find that location if you want to. You guys get to the entrance, or at least where you believe it should be. What do you talk about? Do you kind of just get in the tunnel, or do you talk about what you want to do about Waz? I mean, he didn't die. Sorry.
We don't know that.
You don't know that. You saw her fall, but you've been in enough combats to know. Unless they,
I would want to get back and try and find Gabby, tell him what happened, and see if he has any ideas of anything we might be able to do.
Yeah, you guys.
Doesn't seem like safest option.
To go see Gabby?
To go through city?
What else are we gonna do? Just live in the woods? Like,
Can I see the main map again?
Yes. By main map, I assume you mean Argarthia, but we can go to a different map if you want.
Everything's a nice jog away.
you still thinking, Michelle?
Maybe to mine and rest? Just in case?
You can do that. I'm gonna find Gabby.
If you say so.
Yep.
You want to follow Ozrin, Zoo?
I am going to head for the mine.
Oh, splitting the party?
I think it sounds to me more like it's time to just go home.
Well, I wanted to at least, because I'm very hurt, I wanted to at least take a rest and get a little bit of health before we go back into the city that's looking for us.
Do you want to?
Do you have any potions before we split up? Do you want
I do
something
have
from
one
me?
potion.
What is it?
I have a cure moderate.
Okay. Do that and see how it goes.
Also just...
Do you want me to apply that for you, or?
I can apply it, I think. Yeah.
Alright.
I also do just think that Sue does not want to go back into the city. Because there's also
I
the
guess
concern of Big again.
This is literally like the worst thing that I can imagine that Zoo would feel, right? This is like everything that Zoo hated about Goblin Society multiplied by 1,000,000. Because now it's not a giant, it's a queen who's supposed to be like taking care of her people, stealing all the people and commanding them to war. It's literally what she walked away from.
And then also
I gifted you my 3.
Also the whole like safety and support of the group has basically just fallen apart.
Yep. I don't see a way that this isn't the end of the campaign.
If Osrin wants to go find Gabby, he can go find Gabby, but Zoo will be waiting at the mine.
Yep, and I gifted you my 3 potions of cure light so that you can use for you and Big as needed. They should be on your sheet now.
Okay.
So I will proceed trying to go back to where I last saw Gabby, see if I can find him.
Sure. You can give me a will save as you get to the area, the crest of the hole to go into the tunnel. Yeah. You don't notice anything in particular, but you enter in that same not mine shaft, but tunnel that's made of earth and eventually becomes stone, and then eventually you're back in the dwarven shop. You kind of look up at the trapdoor. I guess you bang on it. A few minutes pass, and eventually you hear some things being moved, and the door opens up. You see a different dwarf in front of you. You know that to be the other dwarf named Nokrag. And he looks at you and he says, "Oh, where's your friends?"
One is hurt, the other may be dead. I need to go find her.
Gods be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll help you out of the hole and close it up. And
Thank you.
yeah. He's let you know in the few hours that you guys have been gone that the city is quieted down at this point. But it is also late. He can hide you in his cart and travel and bring you to where you need to go if you want.
That would be great.
Yeah, he'll bring you to the Bispot in the cover's caravan. It'll take a little extra time as he takes a route that is non-conspicuous. He goes somewhere where he always goes, but drops you off on the way. You can give me one stealth check.
Give him a gold before
He won't accept it
separate.
unless you
I'll
just,
leave it in
throw
the cart then.
Yeah. But it's one
sorry,
stealth
is it
check
stealth
as
check?
you're going to hop out as it's moving to in the back alley. Very nice. Let's just double check, see if anyone notices you. Fortunately, that nat 20 is not enough to notice you. Because you got a 38, jeez. And yeah, you are back in the Bispot. There is a... You will have had to go back to the cellar entrance as the front door has been boarded up. And as you come in the back way, This is the underground area with the stone area. And Gabby is down here. There are a bunch of people that usually are not supposed to be here, but it seems like they've been using this as a safe haven. There are a bunch of orcs and goblins wandering around. You can pick out Gabby amongst them, and he looks you over, seeing you injured, and looks solemn as he motions toward your room that you usually go to, and he joins you in there and closes the door. What's happened?
Not good. Oz may be dead. We had to flee. There were the rocks, in addition to amber skeletons. Those we had expected. The Varroks we had not. Zoo and Big are quite injured, so they went to try and rest and heal up and hide. But I wanted to let you know what happened. I wanted to take Waz out with me, but there was no way for me to be able to get her out without dying myself.
He rubs his temple. I'm sorry. She's dead for sure? Or...
I don't know. I know she was down. I don't know if she was dead. I had to get out of there without checking in order to not perish myself.
He nods. He says, rest up. We can speak about this in the morning. We'll figure out what to do. He kind of clasps you on the shoulder.
Is there anything we can do for Waz now?
Nothing in this moment, but perhaps we can confirm her condition. We have clerics.
Maybe somebody could scry in the area so that if she gets moved, we can know what happens to her.
Of course, we will attempt to scry. If we can try to speak with her in the beyond to see if she's dead. There are a number of things we can try sending, see if she is still among the living. But none of this I can do in this moment. We must send some messengers, send word, see who's available.
Is there anything I can do?
No, you've done enough. Rest. We have some healing potions. He motions to the chest if you need healing. Effectively, you can just go to full HP if you want.
Okay. I will, since there's nothing I can do then, I'm going to, can I take some potions to Zoo and Big in the mines?
Yes, of course. I can send word to you there once we figure out what we can do. If you wish.
Okay. I would appreciate that. I will try and stealthily get myself to the mine.
Yeah. If you insist on going at this moment, you'll have to roll me some stealth checks, but if you wait until like 3 or 4 hours, it seems like your dwarven friends you met, they are doing these stealthy transports of a few peoples at a time around a certain route that Gabby lets you know about. So if you want to wait a few hours, you can safely do it. Or if you want to go this instant, I will need stealth checks.
I will do stealth checks. I would not want to wait around feeling like I can't do anything.
Sure. Just give me 3 stealth checks. And you did not roll low enough. So yeah, you can go through your pathways to... you're going to need to go through the Dwarven Tunnel again. You will not want to risk going through the gates. But you can use the Dwarven Tunnel again. And you can make your way to the mines. And perhaps that is where we should close out. Zoo, you can heal from the potions that he brings you. And we can kind of fade to black there.
We can heal Big too, right?
Yes. And we can discuss where to go from here. But I will cut the stream. GG's. Thanks for everyone who was watching.
Good game.